Greetings there, everybody. Hardi-Jay here once again, returning to another ending reaction to a game I've been playing. This little gem called Death. Words are difficult. Death's Door, and I actually received this as a birthday present, seeing how it was my birthday last week from a very good friend. So, Tom, great pick, I have to say. So, nevertheless, been going through this. I actually achieved the normal ending, or the main story ending, and now I'm going for the true ending, or the quote-unquote true ending, or whatever you want to call it. So, there's that. And other than that, we're going to go with... I've did a guide up for the true ending. Other than that, it's been pretty much in-game stuff. I have a little bickerings about this here and there, but overall, a solid title. It reminds me of very much of like old 2D Zelda games. A bit of what is the game? Hades, except not the random thing of like regenerating after death and all that. But the combat, I guess, would be more considerably be more of that. The only thing I have a gripe of this is that there is no map. So there's sometimes where you get really lost, and there are hidden mechanics in this also that aren't really told or shown. And I did not find out until like way late in the game of like, oh, you can do this, or you can do this, or you can do this. So it definitely has that old school vibe of, you know, just trying stuff out and seeing if it works and type of thing. Not a straight up like, oh, we'll go through tutorials here, there, and all that. Which it does have a tutorial, but nevertheless, doesn't tell you through everything. So, hey, that's good. Nevertheless, music is stellar. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work, art, and so forth. And it doesn't look all black and white because it's just black and white in this general hub area. But anyway, we're going to get into the game. I'm very close. I don't know if I'm going to get 100%, but I got all upgrades. I got all magic and all the magic spells with their upgrades. Took about 14 hours-ish, 15 hours to do. Which I do have to say, I'm really liking the smaller type games, which are better. So, potential spoilers for the end of the game, main story game, is that this place looks a lot different. And you fight the story boss in here, which is the Lord of Doors, right here, right exactly in this spot. And he's a bit of a bit of a challenge one, but nevertheless, you got your dodge. Kind of reminds me of like, it could potentially be like very much Zelda, and the one that brings to mind the most is the Minish Cap, because you can actually roll in that one, and you can roll in this one, and you got your basic attacks, and you also have charge attack. And you can go chain that with a dodge. And you can also have a magic button. And depending on what your magic is, you can have the arrows, you can have fire, bomb, and the hook shot. I wonder what game it's very much influenced on. So hook shot obviously gets you can actually go like, this is a good way to do hook shot. If Zelda does 2D Zelda anymore, like this probably is a good way to do hook shot, because you can have free roam to do like anything. But you also have fire, which, you know, you got to charge up, do fire. You got bomb, which again, you charge up the bomb, and arrows, you just do arrows. Simple as that. And you have a certain amount of magic, which is up right under your life bar. So, but the thing is, you hit random things in the environment to charge them up. So to It doesn't automatically charge. So, story basically now is that you have freed death basically from its door captivity within the door, which the Lord of Doors has locked death away because from what I got is that he didn't want to die, so he locked away death so death couldn't do his duty basically. So death is out and doing his duty again. Lord of Doors is defeated. And right now, I'm not 100% sure why we're doing more, but I guess that will reveal in the true ending. So for this, we have to actually turn it nighttime because all this is during the day. And post-game, I guess post-game would be at nighttime, and then we had to do a almost random events that all sorts of things to do this ending. So we had to get these tablets, which scattered all throughout the area, and for each area we had to go through like all sorts of things. There's one thing I do want to point out before we go on, possibly a tip for. Let's go into here. So we got our menu screen here. We got crystal shards and the fast vitality shards, and then the magical shards. Vitality is green. The magic is red. We got our weapons. We got our standard Reaper sword, Thor's hammer, which is good until you get the the Reaper great sword, which is basically just a little beefed up version of the hammer. I use the rose daggers a lot because I like fast attacks. And then you got the umbrella, which is basically an achievement. You got to go through the entire game with the umbrella, and that's about it. Other than that, it doesn't seem to be that great. But, anyway. We have shiny things, which are collectibles, but also a very much point is that some of them actually are functional. And those functional ones are the old photograph, which you can actually go into here to inspect, and then you can actually go around. And the thing is, on the back, there is an actual solution to one of the puzzles, which you'll find in the estate of the Urn Witch, which you'll come to almost a grid, like a chessboard grid with a bunch of pots, and this is the solution to that thing. I had to actually look it up because I didn't know about this. So, but I looked it up, and it's like, oh, if you looked on the old photograph on the back of it, it will actually say the solution, and there it is right there. So, and other than that, the rusty Garvin trowel is actually good for finding seeds, and you find seeds to put in plants, and that's to recover your health. So first you got to find the seeds, which will the garden trowel will help you find if you're in the area that has a seed. It will glow, but the thing is, it has to be nighttime, so it has to be post game for it to do that. And one of the prerequisites, I guess, to get like the true ending is to get all the seeds and put them in the pots, all around the area, like the multiple areas. And so if you don't know where the seeds are, just go into an area if the garden trowel is glowing during nighttime, then there's a seed in there you haven't collected. So that is definitely one thing that it does, and doesn't tell you unless you actually get it, and it says right at the bottom there. I'm kind of in the way, but yeah, in the moonlight it will appear bright if a seed is within my sight. And then there's that, and I think that may be it. There might be another one, but I can't remember what it was. But those are the big ones that kind of go back. And another indication is that some of these doors are glowing red. And if they're glowing red, like these ones aren't glowing red, and some of them are glowing red. And if they're glowing red, that means that there is something left in to get. Like there's some sort of item to get. And if they're not glowing red, that means that you have collected all the items in the area. So that's a good thing of kind of like going through and being like a completion type thing. So, and again, the game does not tell you that. So just want to basically say that. All right, so we need to. I've collected all of these stones. I'm not too sure exactly what they are, but I've been collecting a lot of stones, and I've collected the mysterious amulet, which is another thing that you have to get at nighttime, and it was on top of the old watchtower where you fought the third, a little bit more up, a little bit more. If you just go along the path where you fought the third boss, you'll come across a thing that will only appear at the moonlight to go in, and then you get the mysterious locket, which I guess is the groundskeeper. Might be the groundskeeper. I'm not 100% sure, but throughout the game, especially early on, the groundskeeper kind of wanted to die. I guess he's been asking you to, kill him, and you can hit him all you want, but he doesn't really die. So anyway, so these are the flowers that actually you plant in these pots and consume if you are low on life. And these little forest spirits follow you. And there's an achievement if you have like 10 of them following you, and that's a conga line achievement, which is kind of cute. But they don't go up ladders. They do fall down, but they don't go up ladders. All right, so let's continue on to the graveyard, because that's where the... Now, where the hell is the graveyard? It's been a bit. I've been here in... Where is the graveyard? Okay, so I need to come up here. Can't go up there. That's the thing. It's like, God, like a map would make things so much easier. Like it would. But I can see why it didn't have a map. I think it's up here. Yeah, it's up here. Okay. So graveyard. The graveyard. The gravedigger was sleeping in the grave there when I first got here. This door wasn't open, so I'm assuming I have to go in there. Again, I didn't read up too much on what I need to do, just kind of like basic, you go here, 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 here. Do this and do this here, so I'm assuming I have to go in here. I kind of want to get my magic back up, but I haven't seen anything to hit, so I'm going to go in here. Hopefully there's something to hit before I go into a boss battle, which I'm assuming I have to fight this guy now. Hello again, Ripper. For some reason, I stir from the usual resting place tonight. I can feel something calling out to me. Oh? You found my old locket? I have not seen that since the day I buried my only friend. The day the grave shook and the sky turned black. I feel so strange. Oh. He said he lost his friend. The gravedigger. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to fight you. Alright, dude. You... How many... Alright, well, we'll just get you. You're probably going to have multiple forms, or you're a super boss. You're either a super boss, or you're going to be incredibly easy. I'm assuming you're going to be some sort of... Ow. 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 I do have to say this becomes a bullet hell at some points, it really does become a bullet hell where you just kind of avoid every kind of thing that's coming at you. And the amount... Oh, I should have upgraded myself, actually. So am I going to do this in one? Probably not. But I'm going to use the fire, because the fire does do chip damage, which I do enjoy. Well, at least this guy does have some predictable patterns right now. Ah, damn it. Alright. That dodge does come in handy, I have to say. Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, he's calling him on the dead. His undead grave digging pals. Oh, lordy. He is getting weak, because he is starting to get that. Well, at least I can charge my fire with these. Let's keep on humbling fire. That's what I've noticed is a lot of these enemies, bosses, they have like, which is a thing that wasn't in the old games, is that there was like, oh, well, we just have a basic attack of just hitting you if you're getting close. Ah, damn it. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta like have, turns into a bullet hell a little bit. Nope, sir, you're not getting close to me. I'm probably most likely gonna die, especially if... I'm gonna try to avoid him. But, again, I'm not gonna be able to avoid him all the time. Especially having one hit. He is getting pretty pink. Again, I don't know if this is just one form, two forms, and just one form, I guess. Thank you, Reaper. My time in this world is over. Wow. And that is the last of the stones, I'm assuming. Or tablets, or whatever. The guy's gazing at your soul. Now, Aaron. The question is, what now? I might have to... Again, it doesn't tell you, like, where to go. So you kind of have to womp around. So, I got tons of stones. And I guess I'll be back in a moment because I have to find out where I'm going next because the game doesn't really tell you where to go, and I just want to finish it. So, back in a flash. All right, that is a flash. We are going back to the Crows camp. I guess that would be considered called the camp. And to get there probably quickly is to go back through the door. It's kind of like fast travel. Down here. Well, I am actually taking the long route. I probably could take the actual other door. But we'll go through this door to go through the other door. So this is the tutorial area, the Groove of Spirits. That's where you start your journey. All right, so this door had a red thing around it when we began, and now it doesn't. So that means that we have completed and got all the items that we needed to go there. Alright, so I think we're going over here, and yep, we're going here. Going up here and in here. This should be the camp of crows. Yep. I want to see if I can upgrade anything. I can definitely upgrade things. We'll do this. And we'll do this. Oh, right at the end. Pretty good. Do you talk about anything? Quite a long adventure. Alright. So apparently I use the stones here. Ooh, all of them have appeared. So that's all the stones or tablets I've actually gotten. So let's interact with this. And go in here. And it's quite dark. Ooh, man, holy cow, it is quite dark in here. Oh lordy, do I have to fight something? Definitely looks like an arena. It's an eyeball. Why, hello there, Mr. Eyeball. How are you? Okay. On the Great Tower many centuries ago. A door existed before the one you've known. It's a dude. The first door was by a human by seeking the power of the gods. Their actions would come at a cost of their soul. The human fused the being known as truth. Trying to go with it. They gained the knowledge of all things across time. And that's you, apparently, I guess. They escaped and returned to the living world, but their soul was lost to the ethers. The ethers. The ethers? I think it's the ethers. The first door was shattered and broken. With this destruction, the great tower collapsed into the mountains. Truth emerged from the living world, tethered to the ruins that once housed the door. And then we have the Lord of Doors. The opportunity was seized by the Lord of Doors, who retrieved the essence of the first door. They would construct the door to a location and trap death beyond it. This would result in the world stagnating for centuries. Like I said, you know, he's then we pro. Reaper assigned the souls of the mortal who opened the first door. An impossible task, as a soul already lost to the aether. Without the knowledge, the Reaper would be lost, searching for many centuries. Okay. Through the whisper to the free crows, offering them knowledge and guiding them towards breaking the world free of its stagnation. It would convince them to tamper with the operations commissions to assign the giant soul and the four-toed crow. It will set the four-toed crow off to their journey. Alright, cool. The four crow would gather 7 tablets of truth. They went under beyond the site of the first door. So this is the site of the first door, probably. And carried the truth of its out of its prison. Okay, so we set free death, and now we're releasing the truth, I guess, among the world. So here is where the death door was, in the lost cemetery. Okay. That was the end. Is there any like post game or anything? Yeah. The Lord of Chores. 100%. So 100%ed it. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah. There we go. Just had to take it there, but oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, that was Death's Door, the true ending. So I do have to say that it's a good game. It's a good game. Definitely, if you get stuck, look up a guide. There's no harm in that. Like, there's a lot of times where I was like, just bash my. I probably could have chopped that down about like another 5 hours if I, just swallowed my pride and looked at a guide. So about 5 hours, I think, of that. I just randomly looked around at all sorts of things. But if I was following kind of like a guide or something, it'd probably be done in like 10. So other than that, definitely a good kind of just action adventure type game. Like, definitely reminds me of Zelda. So if you're hankering for some Zelda, 2D Zelda, give Death's Door a try. Definitely good. And as far as I know, let's take a look at the gander at what it is on. Looking at my phone here. So the formats that Death's Door is on the Switch. It's on PS5, PS4, Xbox One, the Series X, and the Series S. And I believe it's also on Steam. Because it is on Steam. Yeah, let's just go with it. Yep, it's on Steam also. So pretty much all of the formats currently right now. So up to date. So it's up there. It's relatively cheap. I think I got, at the time that I got it, because I didn't get it, obviously it was gifted to me. And I don't have a physical copy, it's a digital copy, so, but it is on, I know, physical Switch, and it goes for around 30 Canadian, so whatever that is equivalent to, your neck in the woods, so nevertheless, it's around that. And other than that, it's probably around anywhere from 14, because that's, I think, the price that it was when I got it. And I think goes around for 20 normally, or around 20 and change, around there. But nevertheless, it's a cheaper game, I do have to say. But that doesn't mean that it is a bad game or a one of those cheap games. It is actually a very, very good one. And definitely kind of almost a little bit of a guide game, a little bit. Story. There's a story. There's a story to it, but the story isn't really too gripping. So it's more of the gameplay. And it's definitely good with that. It does definitely get a kind of a little bit of a Dark Soulish at the end. Or some bosses are gonna be, you're gonna die a lot, and that's fine because the checkpoints are very generous. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So Death's Door, I totally recommend it. So go if you go with it. Other than that, next up, I don't really know what's up. But I have gotten a few things that I might want to do, check out. So other than that, join me next time, whenever that is. Current series right now during this time is Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition, because it is the spooky season still. It is past the spooky season, like it is actually past Halloween, but still, is still kind of in this season, so I'm still releasing that. So go check that out if you haven't checked it out. It is a in-depth, I wouldn't say tutorial, it's a detailed walkthrough, and I explain game mechanics and so forth. So that is definitely up there. If you don't know how to play Silent Hill, definitely go check that out. Other than that, join me in the next one, which I have no idea what that is. But if not, go check out a couple other ending reactions in the playlist, which is probably going to be over right there, like somewhere over there. So other than that, take care of yourself out there, because the world is a very, very odd place, and take care of yourself mentally and physically. And I will see you in the next one. So take care of yourself and take care.